MMA Boxing Talk here. This is a prediction video for Kamaru Usman versus Colby Covington, taking place this coming Saturday. Can't wait for this fight. Welterweight championship on the line, of course. Really looking forward to this matchup. I love it stylistically. I love the matchup on paper. Get right into it. So, a couple interesting things. Usman and Covington are both 15-1 in their MMA careers. They both have 8 decisions, 8 decision victories, I should say. The only person to defeat Colby Covington is Warlley Alves. Usman beat Warlley Alves. But the only man to beat Usman is Jose Caceres. And Covington has a win over Jose Caceres. So that's an interesting little fact right there. Both, of course, big, strong wrestlers. They're aggressive in their fights. That's, more things that are similar. But shout out to Luke Thomas. He's, one of the best MMA analysts, MMA, breakdown. He does the best breakdowns in MMA, I have to admit. He made a good, interesting point. He discovered that Usman, most of Usman's success when it comes to damage, damaging his opponent, comes from ground and pound. So he gets his opponent to the cage, gets him to the ground and pound. That's his significant area of success when it comes to striking and doing harm to his opponent. Covington, on the other hand, does more of his damage and strikes on the feet. Not so much ground and pound. He'll take you down and grind you out in the wrestling department, but most of his significant strikes and damage come from on the feet. So in that aspect, they're very different. Very, very anticipated fight. There's bad blood here, of course. I'm gonna predict Colby Covington to win this fight. Putting aside all biases, whatever his political views are, how he interrogates the fans and just not interrogates, but just on purpose. He tries to piss people off and get a reaction out of people, whether it's political or maybe racial or whatever it is. He likes to get a rise out of people, but I'm putting that all aside. I think he's the guy to beat Usman. I think he'll get it done. Now, it's a super close matchup. Usman could definitely take it as well. This is a 50-50 fight in my opinion. But I do think that because Usman does his majority of his best damage on the ground, I think it's going to be tough to get Colby Covington, control him on the cage or bring him to the ground and dominate him that way. It's going to be tough to do that for a long period of time in this fight because Colby has great cardio. He's a great wrestler himself, Division I. He doesn't get tired, like I said, the cardio. But it's going to be tough to control and take down a wrestler like Colby. Doing it to RDA is one thing. And I know he did it to Woodley, and that was a very impressive performance, winning the title against Woodley. But Woodley is not on the same level of Covington when it comes to wrestling and cardio and output and things like that. So this is going to be a totally different style matchup. Now, I'm picking Covington to win, but obviously this is going to be a tough matchup. I see it going to decision. Maybe it'll be a split decision. I'm not sure. I could see that for sure though. But I do see a close, contested fight, but Colby Covington outlanding Usman, and maybe not with the most devastating shots. We saw the Robbie Lawler fight. Robbie Lawler, maybe over the hill, maybe not what he once was, but he's still a respectable fighter, and he still holds that power. They say the power is the last thing to go, and Covington dealt with that quite well and really totally dominated Lawler. So I know Usman is a big, strong guy, and he has a lot of power himself. He, I think, has 6 knockouts, where Colby only has 2. But Colby's going to be a tough guy to knock out. He's never been knocked out. Neither has Usman. But I just see Colby, like I said, putting a pace on Usman and just outworking him basically and outlanding him with strikes. And I just don't see Usman having his way with Colby on the ground and just totally physically dominating him against the cage and on the ground. That'll happen during the fight. He'll probably get some takedowns. I'm not saying that, but will he be able to do that for 25 minutes or the majority of a 25-minute fight? Personally, I think Colby's going to have his way with Usman more than Usman have his way with Colby. And like I said, it's with the pace and the volume and the striking. He is better on the feet. He's more fluid with his strikes. So I see Colby, like I said, winning a close but clear decision. Maybe it'll be a split, but I do see Colby winning on points. Let me know what you guys think. I know a lot of people hate Colby. And, I'm not the biggest fan of his antics and his shtick, whatever you want to call it. But I just look at what a fighter can do in the octagon and his abilities and his potential. And I just see him getting his hand raised. It's that simple. But let me know what you guys think. I'm really looking forward to this fight. This whole card, is great. 3 title fights. Like I said earlier, I'm going to put out individual breakdown videos for each of the main event. And possibly the Mike Perry fight too. But that's it for this one. If you liked the video, subscribe. That's it. Peace.